So one of the most exclusive locations in the whole of the UK, not just London, is our last business buying intensive of the year for the 5D program. We've got about 40 people. We sold this event out 3 times, but to keep adding more spaces to the room, we managed to just completely max it out. People's flown in from all over. Scotland, travelled from 3, 4, 5, 6 hours away as well. So yeah, let's finish the year strong. From the Friends business, currently sits at about 430k of 2022's revenue. So if they lose that client, just based on the EBITDA margin of 2022, that'd be around 25%. So the impact would be about 108k.
So just in terms of, before I start on that, just in terms of Dee's Club, I joined it about a year ago. In reality, I've worked in private equity beforehand, so I understood about that. But for me, it's inspiring sort of hearing the likes of Mitch and stuff, who's like before the age of 30, is doing deals left, right and centre. And I'd wished I had that type of mentorship and availability to that resource at that age. So. Creditors. And then the other bit in the business which is really key is your break-even analysis. So if you're looking at your month and you reckon 500,000 a month is your sales and that's your break-even point and you're tracking on that, you need to make plans then for month 3, month 4, because actually that's going to take a dent into your profit and loss. The other bit is understanding the cause of the business decline. So typically, as I said, it goes through a turnaround situation. So what's caused it? Because ultimately there's businesses that we've acquired that are 75 years old. So they've got to be good businesses ultimately if they've been around for that long. So we're trying to go in there and understand what's caused the issue. Is it management, lack of management, director and leadership? Is it the product? Is the product just not being innovated enough and therefore sales have declined? Is it customers? You know, customers sort of took a holiday in terms of payment and stuff and they didn't see that coming and therefore they've got an issue. Is it a supplier that's gone bust maybe and therefore your supply chain was too reliant on that supplier and therefore now as a consequence you go under as well?
I don't think I can emphasize this enough in terms of how important rapport is. Whether that's with like the business brokers, so the company I actually bought was for a business broker. Finance brokers, as Dee said, we've got some good guys there doing the finances. Owners, so I put that in bold because that makes a huge difference. So for this Dare one, we would talk probably 2-3 times a week on the phone, and I don't think this deal would have got through if we hadn't had that rapport, because I had a couple of issues with financing that we had to change the structure of the deal about 2 weeks before closing, and he actually come up with a solution, but I don't think that would have happened if I hadn't have built that rapport with him. So I can't emphasize that enough. That's really important, because the second one that I've got in legals, it's taken 17 months. And I think part of that is because I haven't built such a good rapport with him compared to the Stair one. So yeah, going back to the 5D group, you really utilise it. There is something, I don't think there's ever been a question in the Facebook group that hasn't been answered by someone. So you have everything in there, accountants, lawyers. You got obviously Mike with the marketing, as Dee said, Bob with the turnarounds, Graham is really good business-wise.
I don't know if he agrees. Dee's really good at negotiation, so he's probably better to ask. But I think to be clear and honest with your intentions, but don't be like naive and amateur. It's a little fine line of balance of being too nice, obviously, in most situations.
So, just finished up, last business buying intensive of the year. Thought it went really well, great room of people from all over, which is awesome. How do you think it went, Bob?
I thought it went really well. I think the group was quite diversified and the content was great. So yeah, it's a fantastic day.
Great speakers, wicked venue, good end of the year.